There is nothing worse in an organization or in a country than a leader who has no solution. We can't be asking someone else, how do we solve this? The people are looking to us to resolve it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it. That is it right there. Naledi Pandor wants to come inside and Ramaphosa is on his way out. And it's clear, it's all over there, ladies and gentlemen, that Naledi Pandor wants to be president of this country, and that is the narrative that the ANC is going to go with. They are going to present her to us as a black female president candidate that is articulate, that has experience in government. They are going to give her to us, and we are going to have to swallow the idea and the pill that Naledi Pandor is going to be our president, because South Africans are going to fall for this. I've been watching a guy called Thomas Mabaso on right here on YouTube. He does what he calls the 360 experience, where he breaks down political affairs of the day and he really goes deep. He's one of the first people who made me aware that what is happening inside the ANC is that their campaigning strategy for the 2026 local elections is going to be, we have a female black president that is capable to lead this country, and they just want to give her to us. That is what they want to do. And, you know, the writing is just on the wall, ladies and gentlemen. Let me play you this video right here.
Let us have active members in service to the communities in which we organize.
This is a memorial lecture, and she's there campaigning. This is literal campaigning, where he's decampaigning Ramaphosa and positioning herself as the savior, the person who knows your problems, and, you know, I'm very much capable, I'm a black female, and you know what? You know, just appealing to our emotions there, because these people know the South African voter is emotional. If you accuse a white person of being a racist, they're never going to listen to that white person. This is why Helen Zille is still not president in this country, and it will be very difficult for her to be president. The poor lady had to even run for mayor. She had to even run for mayor over there. She was, man, I'm telling you, that is tough. Because South Africans are emotional. We do not look at policies. Naledi Pandor is just a piece in the puzzle as far as the ANC is concerned. She's also a bad apple. She's a Hamas sympathizer because her husband is Muslim. In fact, Naledi Pandor turned Muslim while she was studying in Botswana, where she met her husband and she immediately converted. And then now she's trying to get us to also be on the ticket of protecting and supporting Palestine. If you do not believe me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play those videos. Just stay with me.
People would ask Comrade Jesse Duarte a question in regional meetings. Our clinic is not functioning. And she'd say, who do you expect to make it function, comrade? You are ANC, you live here. You are the leadership. There should not be a functioning clinic if there is an ANC branch. There should not be a non-functioning clinic if there's an ANC branch. There should not be a school without stationery if there's an ANC.
Well, all of those things are happening where there's ANC branches. The ANC is all over the country, and this country is broken down. And you've been a part of the ANC leadership ever since I could read and write, really. And it's only now you're telling us all of these things. I think it's because she's campaigning. Notice how she's also wearing a Hamas or a Palestinian scarf around her neck and shoulders. It's because really she's a Hamas sympathizer. I also sympathize with the kids and the casualties that that occur as a consequence of the war between Israel and Hamas. But what I do not understand is why South Africa, where we are at the southern tip of the African continent, we are so interested in what is happening in Gaza. I mean, are we the human rights police of the world, where these people are presiding in a country where over 26,000 people die per year? The stats are there. Everybody and their mama knows the stats, you know? No, they don't care about what is happening in South Africa. They don't care about us. What they care about is appearing as though they have a moral high ground, you know. Listen to this.
We've been together in struggle for many, many decades. The people of Palestine trained the freedom fighters of the liberation movement.
I mean, at point, I don't know. The D that amazing that even her mind, you know, is brainwashed. Apparently now Palestine used to train our people during apartheid. I'm you, man. Is the D that amazing? Maybe that Muslim D is amazing, bro.
This is a relationship of freedom fighters, of activists, of nations that share a history of struggle for justice and freedom. I've already issued a statement alerting those who are South African and who are
Telling you,
fighting
folks, this is
alongside
crazy.
or in the Israeli Defense Force. We are ready. When you come home, we're going to arrest you.
Ain't that amazing? Ain't that amazing, folks? And there's also a video of Season Pofu Walsh where he sees what I'm talking about. That Naledi Pandor might come in as president one of these days. So let me play for you this video, bro.
Speech in memory and honor of struggle heroine Gertrude Shorpe. The speech was a memorial lecture paying homage to Shorpe's legacy. Now, Pandor already structured the speech around 10 things that Gertrude Shorpe would like to see if she were with us today. And there were a few of them which I thought particularly stood out because we heard a real indictment on the state of South Africa and a critique of the ANC from within. That is very welcome, if you ask me.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, the South African vote, even the educated Season Pofu, I mean, I like this guy. I respect this guy. I watch a lot of his videos and podcasts. I think he's brilliant. He's one of the most, you know, center people as far as South African politics is concerned. But even him appears to be very gullible to this ploy by the ANC to position Naledi Pandor as the next black female president that we are going to have to deal with. Even very educated people with PhDs cannot see right through the mirage, you know? It is only us with IQs of 150. I'm playing.
So one of the things she said that we need to look for in South African society today as she addressed this Women's League event was the need for selfless and accountable ANC leadership. She really went in and said, you know, the people are looking at the ANC with disdain and horror, which is one way to put it, and said that effectively it needs to be deeply cleansed. But she had a very interesting way of putting it. Let's have a look at what she said.
We have lost our glory. Let's not pretend about it. We have lost it. The people are looking at us with disdain.
No sound. I mean, what you should ask yourself as an analyst is, why now? Why is Naledi Pandor saying all of these things she's saying now? She's been in the ANC ever since, ladies and gentlemen, I could read and write. She's never once criticized the ANC. All of a sudden, now because you are going to elections, she has the goal now to criticize Ramaphosa, to decampaign him. And the ploy here is to, again, I'm going to say it, position her as the next black female president. And if we do not vote for her, it means we hate blacks and we hate females. I'm telling you, that is going to be the story from 2026 all the way to 2029.
That is a damning indictment. It's not every day you feel like an ANC leader is capturing the mood of the country anymore. But
Gullible, the boy's gone. Shout out to him though, you know, the boy's gone, but us, you know, we the people, we see the truth. Ain't nobody gonna lie to us about things like this. But ladies and gentlemen, you tell me, do you think really Naledi Pandor would make a good president. I think personally that whole ANC machine is corrupt, and it doesn't matter who they give us. Those people are not going to solve our problems. They are not going to change the South African situation for the better. I mean, already she's interested with what is happening in Gaza. People in Gaza, you know, I feel bad for the casualties, but tell me how they benefit us. We are so ready to destroy our trade relations with the United States, but countries like Iran and Palestine are what we want to work with, and Russia. Really, bro, that is crazy as far as I'm concerned. So folks, if you love my videos, you know what to do. Hit the sub button, hit the like button, open your notifications so that you are notified every time we upload. We the people see the truth, and your boys are here.